Wolves 0, Liverpool 2. Liverpool are top of the league. This game we were shook about because Wolves, I would say Tottenham there, Wolves have played well against all the top teams.
They've been causing havoc.
The thing is, Wolves actually played very, very well. This is we said they played very good football, and they had a lot of chances.
They pressed the shit out of Liverpool as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, I would say they had half chances. I wouldn't say they had clear-cut chances. Like, people were saying to me that Wolves had a lot of chances to even win the game, but I think VVD, the Bandar, just made them look like they were half chances. Don't you think? That they could...
I disagree. I thought they were good chances. I think they had pretty clear chances. I don't think they were half chances. We discussed this before. The only thing I would say is it's the reason why you pay that money for centre-backs and goalkeepers, because Alisson made those chances, the saves that he made good saves, solid saves. But they're the ones that you look at and you think, normally the keeper will fumble, boom, goes in. There's one time that I gunned him because I thought, what's he doing? When he just parried it straight into the danger zone. But I then saw that it took a wicked deflection. And in fairness, it's a good save because it's taken a horrible deflection and the weather conditions. I think Wolves deserved more from the way that they played. I think they pressed us hard up the pitch and made mistakes. Another team more clinical would have taken those chances, and it could have been a different story. Like Robertson at the end, when he's obviously messed up, they should have scored then as well.
That was a big chance for me, the Robertson one. I think. Other than that, I never felt that Liverpool were going to lose the game. I don't know how you felt. I don't think we did. I don't know. I just felt that yes, Wolves were in the game. They were doing some good, counter-attacking stuff like that. But I think Liverpool overall had more possession. And I felt they had some sort of control of the game.
I thought Wolves had good chances, and I thought that we kind of, we're fortunate to get away with that 2-0 and a clean sheet. 3 points, yeah, fair, good, but we're lucky to have a clean sheet there because we gave them. And the thing is, a lot of it was our own fault.
So you don't think Liverpool deserved?
No, I think we did. I think we deserved to win. But you said you don't think at any moment that we were going to lose or they were going to score. I actually felt that they could score. I thought that we looked very vulnerable yesterday because we kept giving them. But the thing is, it was our own mistakes, and that's what was frustrating because I was like, we're just passing the ball to them. Naby Keita done it, Fabinho done it a couple of times, just giving the ball away in stupid areas. They were playing high up the pitch, pressing us. That Adama Traore, my man's been eating weights all his whole life. He just looked jacked, just dashing people about, and I was like, he looked like he was going to cause problems. So if Wolves weren't so wasteful, I think that could have been a very, very different game.
I agree, but I think Traore against VVD, he was getting manhandled by VVD. As much as he's probably bullies other defenders, he actually changed sides to go maybe play on Lovren a little bit. I think VVD actually played a very good game against Traore.
VVD is the best defender in the Premier League, hands down. People, and Ian Wright said something about him being the best defender in the world at the moment and stuff like that. Results have gone for us this weekend, and VVD's performance just looks even better. But mate, everyone says again, 75 million we pay for Van Dijk. What's he worth now? Do you know what I mean? That's where you got to look at it, and that goes to the manager to making a decision. That's the guy that I want. I don't want anybody else. We'll wait if we don't get him, and the board, the guys upstairs who backed him. So fair play, because that Alisson, obviously Salah, these signings, they backed the manager, they backed the team that they've got there, and it's obviously proving that it was definitely worth it. So
you touched on it a little bit earlier about Naby Keita. He was very sloppy in certain stages of the game. Now, do you think this is something that it's just a matter of time that he starts getting in there?
Because I do. I think it's a matter of time.
Just stick with him now.
Yeah, stick with him. Fabinho as well. Fabinho, for me, over the last few weeks, that Manchester United performance was sensational. Yesterday, there was an assist in there, and he actually, on the whole, played quite well. Gave the ball away a couple of times, but you don't mind that because half of me is like, well, if you want to encourage them playing, then you have to accept that there will be, times that the ball gets given away. But they're coming into it now. I think, it's a good place to be. I still would like us to go out and get a worldy midfielder in January because I think just a bit of strength and depth and just a bit of quality in the final third, just that through ball or slider. Shaqiri done it against Manchester United, but he obviously doesn't see him as a starter. So, that would be my only thing to say. But I'm so buzzing to go away from home Friday night, pissing down with rain, after the fixtures that we've had, to go away and win. That was a big, big statement with how things have gone elsewhere as well.
Yeah, touching on the performance as well, again, Firmino was everywhere. Literally, he was involved in all kinds of stuff. Salah, he seems to be firing again. I think you touched on it earlier about he now looks like the Salah of old and the one of last season.
Well, someone mentioned it to me yesterday. It was the shoulder thing has obviously clearly played on his mind. He's now looking like he's got confidence again, and he's looking to take people on, looking to skin people, which is what he wasn't doing before. So maybe it is to do with that shoulder injury that he'd been carrying, and he wasn't quite sure or wasn't fit enough. But mate, he looked He looked good. He looked very good. It looks a threat, and again, it looks like we can score from every angle now, which is great. Which is what we want to see. And the finish, Van Dijk's finish, by the way.
What more do you want for the guy? Like, he literally wins every header in the air, and now he's going forward. It was like most of the strikers and midfielders weren't even looking what he was doing, and he came running through the middle. So
Salah scored and got a goal and an assist, and he got a hat trick not long ago, and he was at the heart of everything that we're doing. So, what a time to be hitting form. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, Wolves, we touched on it already, but Wolves, even though they played really well, I think if they had a better striker up top, a bit of quality at top, they could have, like you said, the whole game could have been definitely different.
I think they were missing a couple of players. There was a couple of players that have been struggling with injury. I think there's that weren't playing, but just on the whole, I think Wolves are a very good side. Me and you if we picked out this fixture, we said this is the one that worries us the most because away from home, they're a very good side. They're very good against the top teams. So yeah, it's really good to get a clean sheet and the 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, any way you look at it, like you said, the other teams have dropped points against them. So even though Wolves came out and they had good opportunities, the other teams, this is where they folded. So we've come through that, and I think that's the difference. And I think even VVD mentioned it's about grinding out the results, and that's what we seem to be doing right now. So we're in a good place. I mean, what about man of the match to wrap it up? Do you have any?
Well, I think you'd have to give it to Salah because he was the man of the match. But for me, VVD's just. Mate, the guy's just too much.
Yeah,
he's too much. If I had to give it to somebody, it would be VVD, just purely for the pure fact that he's a boss.
Yeah, I think VVD head and shoulders at the moment is way above everybody else, and his performance is consistent. It's not just him. I think even the defense as well. Robertson, apart from that one howler he had, the defense has been very solid. Milner coming in solid and making just.
Lovren worries me, but I think that's been the case ever since he's walked through the door. The keeper.
I think people are harsh on Lovren. I really do. I mean, he comes in a place at Man United, we win. He came in today and he's coming and doing a job. And
I'm not denying he doesn't doing a job. He just worries me every time I see him. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. When Van Dijk's there, you just get that air of comfort, that confidence, and that comfort.
Completely.
With Lovren, I just feel like he's always he's in his mind. It's like I just feel like there's like rock and roll music playing in his head, and he's just going to go and run over and try and do something mad stuff. I'm just like, bruv, you need to be, a one with yourself, bro. You need to relax yourself and stop doing mad shit.
But you get what I'm saying, though, right? We're sitting top of the league, and we've only conceded how many goals?
7 goals,
games,
like that,
right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Liverpool fans still digging out Lovren and Henderson, but these guys are part of the squad. They're putting in shifts. They're getting results for us as well. So I just find it hard for people to start digging these guys out and where we are in the league.
Like I said, I'm not disappointed because obviously we're top of the league and we're undefeated. And at the end of the year, it's a great position to be in. I'm not denying any of those points. So, but all I'm saying is that if I was an opposition manager, I'd be saying, whatever you do, you stick it on Lovren. Play on his side because there's something that if you're going to get any joy, that's where you're going to get it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's rubbish. I'm just saying he worries me. He looks like he's going to do something rash. He's going to go and try and make a decision, go and try and make a massive tackle when you don't need to. Just stand somebody up, commits, and then people are in, and then it's someone else who's got to go to the defending. I just think that Joe Gomez is on his way back, so hopefully he ain't out for too long. He's a good backup to have. I just say he worries me, that's all.
And next 3 games, Newcastle, Arsenal, Man City. How are you feeling about those games? And which one do you think will probably be the trickiest? Do you think Newcastle is going to be a lot trickier than people think?
I think it'll be a tricky game. I think, but mate, Man City away is. It just worries me. Arsenal at home. I know Arsenal don't typically like coming to Anfield and they don't typically do too well, but the manager's different. Newcastle is always going to be tricky with Rafa there. But mate, Man City, it's nice to know that we've got a little bit of breathing space between us and them now, which is good position to be in, knowing that we've got to play them, but we can't afford to drop any points. We just can't, because it's just such a relentless league. So I'd say the Man City game is the one that scares me the most. But obviously every game in the Premier League is tough because there's no one that rolls over and says, yeah, go on, here's 3 points. It just doesn't happen, apart from United. Cause
yeah, I mean, Rafa will be an interesting one to see how he puts the team out and how we get on. I mean, the Man City game is always going to be big regardless, and I agree with you about Arsenal coming to Anfield. So we'll see how we get on in these games. So yeah, everyone else, let us know your opinion on the game. Do you think your opinions on Lovren and Henderson and the next 3 games? Until then, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Peace.